Yo, if I have to restart this computer once more, I'm just gonna... Did you guys hear that? Hi guys, so my name is Hannah and I'm gonna be doing... I swear I'm not drunk. I've only had 2 glasses of wine and I'm just ready to go. That's what it is. That's all it is. Let's just go ahead and start this off, right? Hi guys, I'm Hannah. So today's video is going to be a recap and kind of digest of the past few weeks of Bachelor Nation, as well as a Bachelor cast overview for the upcoming season with Joey Graziadei. I think that's how you say his last name. He will be the Bachelor for season 28 and I'm excited. And so I have decided to commit to reviewing this upcoming season. I wanted to review Bachelor in Paradise as well as the Golden Bachelor. I made notes and everything and it just didn't end up working out. I got a little carried away and overwhelmed with trying to create content, but with it being the new year, this is one of my goals, to be consistent on YouTube, and so that part of that has to do with me doing reviews for a show that I love dearly. I'm a diehard Bachelor Nation fan, regardless of all the atrocities and racism that continues to take place within the franchise since Rachel Lindsay, and so regardless, I'm gonna watch. like who am I kidding? The video is just gonna be just a debrief of some of the things that have been taking place over the past few weeks, and then going over the cast bios that have been posted on ABC for Monday's episode, or next Monday's for next week's episode on Monday. So without further ado, let's get started. And I have some wine here that I've been sipping on, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely follow me on Instagram as well as Twitter. I usually live tweet during the shows, and my views and my tweets have been going kind of viral. I feel like I share the same sentiments as many people. So if you're not following me on my social media platforms, make sure you do that, just because I'm really fun on Twitter. I don't spare anyone. And I swear I'm not drunk too. I've had 2 glasses of wine, just 2, that's it. I have the bios pulled up on my computer if you see me looking this way. But just to start off, I want to make it very clear. The last season of Bachelor in Paradise, they need to compensate. We need to get retributions. We need to be refunded, because the time, energy, and patience that was needed to get through that was a lot. Like, what was that? I first want to start off with just the 3 main couples that did not last, Eliza and Aaron. I'm tired of seeing Eliza on my screen. She needs not to be in another show, because for us to be invested in her relationship with Aaron, and then for them to break up and her not even address it was a lot. And then for her to be in another relationship literally 2 seconds after, it's like, what? I was kind of already over Eliza after the Rodney Justin whole debacle, and I was willing to give her a second chance with this upcoming season. I thought she performed a little bit better, but again, she just let me down, and so I no longer want to see her on my screen. Love her fashion sense and everything, but Eliza, we don't need you anymore. You've done enough. Moving on to Olivia. So Olivia is a sweetheart. I felt personally like Olivia should have been the person hosting the Golden Wedding, just because she has that energy and she pretty much carried the entire Bachelor Paradise season. So I feel like she should have actually been doing it with Kathy, because that would have been a whole mess. I feel like Charity did a good job, but Kathy was definitely offending her at some points, and I'll get into the Golden Wedding in a second. So I just want to say that about Olivia. I feel like she was robbed. And while I would like for her to be the next Bachelorette, I know that's just not going to happen realistically. But yeah, Olivia's a sweetheart, and I hope she finds love eventually. And then lastly, moving on to Kat and John Henry. So with Kat, I just want to put out there, you cannot convince me that Rachel, Lindsay, Michelle, Tayshia, Serene, Charity, anyone of a higher, darker pigment would have been able to do any of what Kat has done and be considered or given a pass. Like, there's no way you can convince me that their actions would be excused. And so my confusion is just, why are we doing that for Kat? Not only has she not displayed any type of remorse, any type of growth, or any type of reflection really for her actions, but we are giving her too much grace. And I'm all for redemption and people like owning their mistakes and doing better, but she literally has not displayed that in any capacity. And I just know that someone that looks like me would not be given the same grace that people are giving her. Like, for example, like, if we could show the same energy for Olivia, we might be getting somewhere in Bachelor Nation. But the way John Henry was writing a post about her and just everyone is just excusing her behavior as if it didn't happen, I'm just like confused, because people were then dragging Olivia for doing nothing. And it's like Rachel Lindsay has done far less and she's dragged constantly. And I don't like how Kat's actions were displayed at all. I don't think it was the edit. I think that's just her character, and I feel like ABC tried to help her at the end, but overall it was a no for me. I'm not a fan of Kat at all, and I don't like or appreciate anyone that tries to excuse her behavior, brush it under the rug, because there's no way you can convince me that if someone that looked like me would have done any of what she has done, would have been given a pass. That's all I'll say about Kat. In terms of Kylee and Avien, I don't want to say karma, but I do feel like Kylee kind of meddled in a lot of the relationships on the beach, and so it was a shock for me that Avien cheated on her. I'm excited to see which podcast she goes on first to kind of address it all. I'm also grateful, with me have gone through a breakup last year, that she was able to leave that all in 2023. So that's what I'll say about The Bachelor in Paradise. I'm excited for upcoming seasons. I feel like it's become like the better show. There's just so much drama. I do feel like we were robbed. I feel like they should have given us a reunion. So unfortunately, hopefully they'll give us one next season. Just real quick regarding the wedding, I just want to say I'm very hopeful and excited for all that Teresa and Gary have to come. I thought it was a gorgeous wedding. I will say the only thing that I was completely so taken aback by was the fact that Brayden decided to propose at a wedding. And I don't care what anyone says, regardless of being given an approval or asking in advance, it's just tacky. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. Like, it's just tacky. And I feel like the reason he did it obviously was for more airtime and for screen time, and because like what show would he be able to do it on next. But it's just something that you should not do. And like everyone that was looking at them, like the older people, were kind of giving him looks like, what are you doing? I remember there was like a black guy that had like the shiny like shirt on, and he literally was looking at them like, what is going on? And also just the fact that they've known each other for like 2 seconds. I wonder if he has met his daughter or Christina's daughter's father yet. These are the questions I'm asking. So I wish them the best. But Brayden, please don't do that again. And then lastly, I forgot to mention Rachel Lindsay's divorce. So part of me is like upset with Brian, mainly because he's divorcing her in general. Like, the amount of backlash that Rachel has received for just the whole Chris Harrison stuff, it's like she can't catch a break. And not that I mean, like, I understand if they're not, like, from what I've observed, they are never together. Rachel's literally always traveling, but I just felt like he shouldn't divorce her because of, like, all that the scrutiny she's gonna get. People I was seeing in comments are, like, talking about this is what she deserves, karma, and it's just very disheartening because just like a few weeks ago, she was talking on Nick Vile's podcast about trying to have kids, and I feel like she was kind of blindsided by this all. And then just the fact that he's asking for spousal support, I'm literally giving him the side eye, because like, Brian, seriously, who says, I know that what's his name, is it Jason? Not Jason, is it Adam? Yeah, Adam for Rachel's season, that's married to Rachel, is it Rachel? No, Adam for Rachel Lindsay's season that's married to Raven, who does not get along with Rachel. The fact that he's commenting about the relationship in general, knowing that there's so much like disconnect with them, is like, just hush. Like, no one asked for your opinion, number one. And number two, I'm pretty sure Rachel moved to Miami for Brian. So for him to say that Brian moved to LA for Rachel makes no sense, because they both moved for each other. And that's all I'll say about Rachel's divorce. I know a lot of people are expecting a response from her, and if you guys watch Higher Learning, you know that she's not giving that yet. So I would just say pray for her, because it can't be easy, especially in the public eye, with so many people not liking you to begin with, and then having to go through that blindsided. Like, it seems like she did not know this was gonna happen at all. And I think I was reading somewhere that they got into a fight, and that's kind of what Brian did as a result. So that's all I'll say about Bachelor Nation news. I was kind of sad when it was announced that they were getting divorced. I know it's been rumored, but for some reason I kind of just felt like they would be fine. And I know, like, years ago I was always saying that I wish her and Peter would get together, and honestly I still kind of wish that would happen. Okay, I need a sip because I've been talking. Okay, now let's move on to the cast bio. So I'm first going to start off with Joey's, just because I need to have a refresher. I know that he is a tennis player, but in terms of what he's looking for post charity season, I'm not sure. So, okay, Joey's 28, but I think he'll be 29 this year. I think, yeah, because I'll be 28 this year. It's just, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. Anyway, so he is 28 from Pennsylvania, but is living in Hawaii, and he's a tennis player, pro tennis player. I do want to say that I noticed the eye contact at the wedding with Charity and Joey, or the lack of eye contact. I feel like Charity doesn't give him eye contact, and I think it's just because, like, he's really hot. And I'm not saying that her and Dotun won't work out, but I wonder if she has that, like, in the back of her mind, like, what ifs. So Joey's bio basically says that he is looking for, sorry, my computer is spazzing, guys, it's spazzing. I spilled soap on my computer when I came back from Bali, and ever since it has not been cooperating. So I'm restarting it right now in the middle of this video. And I'll just say, I feel like my favorite Bachelor, I feel like it's Sean Lowell, even though post-Bachelor, I don't like him as a person, but during the show, I loved him. I also say that Ben Higgins would be like the top 2, and Nick Viall, I would also say, like, those are my top 3 Bachelors. In terms of Bachelorettes, I feel like Tayshia is, like, up there. Rachel Lindsay, obviously, but Tayshia, Gabby is, like, oh, Gabby's, like, my heart. And then in terms of, like, people or just contestants on the show, I love Deandra, especially on her season of Bachelor in Paradise. And then Bree Springs, I'm obsessed with her content, and Abigail always will have a place in my heart. Okay, guys, I'm pulling this up again because my computer, like, will not cooperate with me, and I'm just trying to get this video. It says that Joey is looking for a life partner who is outgoing, caring, shares a love for adventure, exploring the outdoors. He loves hiking, surfing, ending his days watching the sunset, and he knows how much love he knows. Okay, and it says that he knows he has the love to give, and he's just missing someone to share it with. So those are all the things that I feel like I would have checked the box. But anyway, we digress. So let's go over to the cast bio. I just want to say off the top, even though it's showing like of diversity in this cast bio, I'm gonna go off the whim and say that he's not gonna end up with a black girl. Just want to put that out there. They're trying to play off of him and Charity's connection. I don't see him ending up with a black girl. I'd be very surprised, especially when he's never actually dated one before. I think he was just mesmerized by Charity, and I feel like, you know, ABC has to get their diversity in, so I feel like that's why there's a lot of diversity, but I don't see him going home with the black girl. I will be proven wrong. I feel like 1 or 2 may make it far, but I don't see him dating a black girl, especially after the interactions Charity had to have with his uncle. Y'all, if I have to restart this computer once more, I'm just gonna... Did you guys hear that?
Hi, I would like to know if someone could knock on room 452, I believe. Room 452 is being extremely loud, and I would sex, but it's just very loud. And yeah, it's like the second time I've done it. It happened earlier, but this is like obnoxious. Thank you. Thanks.
Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, this video is taking, like, entirely too long because there's a lot of background noises going on. But we persevere and we digress. And we're gonna try this again. So first person that I'm seeing is Allison. It says she's 26, a realtor. And she says it's Lauren's sister. Hold on. Someone's sister is on this show? Okay. So there's two girls on here that are sisters, but they're not twins. I feel like that's already setting them up for failure. I feel like they're both eventually going to go home just because. Allison is 26. She's Lauren's sister. So she still hasn't found Mr. Right. Fun facts are fruity, gin spritz, and getting dressed up for fancy dinners. She also is a costume contestant. Like I said, I liked her hair. Because they're sisters, I feel like they're both going to end up going home at some point. Depends on which one. We have Autumn. She's 26. She's an account executive, and she's from St. Louis, Missouri. She just looks like basic blonde. She has really pretty eyes, though. So she has a lip tattoo. She doesn't understand why TSA takes so long, and she likes watching football. Moving on. I don't have much to say about her. So first off, I'm adding Chandler to my list because Chandler is gorgeous. She kind of looks Indian or like Ethiopian. She doesn't look fully black. Chandler, I'm adding her to my list. She's gorgeous. She's a graphic designer. She's from New York. Her fun facts is that she once gave herself bangs. She loves a good Sunday fun day. And she's very afraid of lightning. I think she's really gorgeous, and I kind of like the way her hair color is. That's the kind of color I would want to do for my hair. It's like a honey goldish brown. Very pretty. Next we have Carissa, who is 26, and she's a marketing director. She's from British Columbia. Okay, cool. So she has an accent. I don't have much to say about her. Next we have Daisy. She's 25, and she's an account executive. She's from Minnesota, Becker, Minnesota. I've never heard of it before. She likes to sing at the top of her lungs in the car. No one loves ice cream more than her. I don't know, Daisy. I love ice cream, so maybe I could beat you. I always wonder though, the girls that are like account executives when they're like 25 or 24, how are you account executive so young? Next we have Edwina. She is 25 and she's from Georgia. She's kind of giving off the girl that just got engaged to an Italian that was on The Bachelor season. I forget what her name is, but she had like dreads. This is the kind of same vibe she's given off. Edwina is from Liberia, and she came to the US when she was 11. She plays tennis too. Oh, and I actually agree with her. She says she's terrified of cats, and I am as well, so I like her already. Rika, who's 25, and she's a leasing agent from New Jersey. I love her curly hair. She likes to paint and sip, don't we all? She can sleep anywhere. And she had a brief emo phase. I actually can't see her having emo because she just seems like a natural girly. Maybe it was before she did that to her hair. Okay, next we have Evelyn, and the way she spells her name is very different. She spells it Evalin. I've never seen anyone spell their name like that. She's 29 and she's a nanny from San Antonio, Texas. She said she really wants to go on a lunch date with Charity, and she isn't a bucket list type of person. You know what I'm interested to see? If they bring Charity on Joey season. I'd be really interested to see, like, if they bring her and Dotun, because I heard that Dotun is like really good friends with Jesse or Joey. Oh, also another thing I forgot to mention, Jesse Palmer had his baby, and I just want to put it out there, I'm obsessed with Jesse Palmer. I feel like he does such a great job of being the host, and I just love him on the show. I feel like he was a really good replacement. Okay, next we have Jen. She's 25 and she's a PA. I don't know why I was getting caught up on physician. She's from Miami, Florida. She's Asian. I feel like at some point we need to have like a lead Asian girl. She's gorgeous. Okay, I'm adding Jen to my list. So far I have Chandler and Jen on my list. And oh, that's what I was saying before. I'm solely basing these off of looks. What I do is I base it off of looks, and then the first episode I base it off of their first impression when they get out of the limo, and then as the season goes on, depending on how they act, I take them off the list. Next we have Jess. Jess is kind of giving off a Hannah Brown Bailey type of look. She also looks like Clayton's Susie, Hannah Brown Bailey type of vibe. She's gorgeous. I'm adding her to my list. She's 24 and an executive assistant. Okay, Jess. She has really nice eyebrows, and yeah, she's really gorgeous, and I love her hoops. And let's see, any fun facts? She's country glamour. And it says she just read her first book this past season over the summer. Okay. Next we have Caitlin, and she says she's a radiochemist. She's from Santa Fe, New Mexico. She's 25. I don't have much to say about her. She kind of just looks meh. She struggles to put away her laundry though, so I can agree with her on that. I also struggle to put away my laundry, even though I love laundry. I love doing it, but folding is just another story. Okay, so next we have Kayla, and she's a guidance counselor from Hamilton. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I love her curls and her eyes. Okay. Kayla. Okay, I'm adding Kayla to the list. Okay, let's read her bio. 27. She once stopped traffic to save a baby duck. She really loves Harry Potter, and she dreams of eating her way around the world. Okay, she's a foodie, so I can't be upset with her. Her most serious relationship was 8 years, and she decided to enter her soft girl era. Okay, I like Kayla a lot. Do I think he's gonna pick her? No, but I like her. We'll see. Kelsey's hair is gorgeous, and she has really nice eyebrows. Okay, I'm adding Kelsey to the list. Kelsey A, so there's more than one Kelsey. So I'm adding Kelsey A to the list. Okay, so she's a junior project manager from New Orleans, Louisiana. She grew up in Germany on a military base. Okay, so she's kind of like Eliza. I believe Eliza grew up in Germany. She only needs 12 hours to plan an international getaway, so this is perfect for her being on The Bachelor. And she wonders how the world would be different if social media doesn't exist. I also agree. Wonder if there's like an age limit where you can join social media, or like if it was like a 9 to 5 thing, like you can only do it after 5 or something. Like if there's like a time restriction. Okay, let's move on to page 2. Now we have Kelsey T. She's 31 and she's an actor from Los Angeles. She's kind of giving off a producer plant. She's really gorgeous though. She has a pretty smile. Let's see. She likes when wild lizards crawl into her hand. She's a grade A hype woman, and she wants to thank Justin Child for getting her through her adolescence. Okay. I feel like she's gonna go home really early. She just seems like a producer plant. Kyra is gorgeous. Kyra is actually giving off Charity vibes. Like, she kind of looks like Charity a little. I'm gonna add her to my list. Okay, so it says Kyra is 26 and a paralegal from Miami, Florida. Guys, if I'm whispering, it's because it's like 3 a.m. Okay, she likes tofu. She loves to go through old yearbooks. That's actually really funny. I actually do the same thing. I used to be on the yearbook committee, and I got all 4 years of my high school experience. So from 9th grade to 12th grade, I got all those yearbooks because of my career counselor. He was in charge of the yearbook, and I was the only one that stayed to the end. Everyone else just did it once they got themselves in the book. Okay, next we have Lainey, and honestly, I don't want to be rude. She's 27. She's a realtor from Philly. She doesn't mess with sharks under any circumstance, and she hopes to buy a house in Greece one day. And she says her parents have been married for 30 years. Okay, I feel like Lainey is going to be someone that surprises Joey and that they're going to connect over her parents having a long marriage. Like, that's gonna be her thing. Like, my parents, my parents, my parents. That's how the relationship's gonna be about, just like her parents' journey. Okay, moving on to Lauren. So Lauren is Allison's sister, and they kind of look alike, but I don't think they're twins. If they are, they're probably fraternal twins, even though how old was Lauren? Or how old was Allison? Let's see. Okay, so they're not twins because Allison's 26, so she was younger than her. So Allison is 2 years younger than Lauren, her sister. They're not twins. Okay, it says that Lauren's a registered nurse. Let's see what makes her different. It's cleaning to be therapeutic. And she went through a punk phase. Okay. Next we have Leah. And Leah is really pretty. I'm adding her to my list. Oh, I think Leah was the girl that Joey got to meet on the finale of Charity season. In the audience. She's really pretty. Okay, she's 23 and she's from Hawaii. I think this is the girl that he met before. And she likes to teach music. Okay, so she's pretty and I'm adding her to my list. And then next we have Lexi, who's a digital strategist from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Lexi is really gorgeous. She has really pretty eyes. I'm adding her to my list. Okay, let's see. It says she likes to play poker, to self-tanning, and a life goal of hers is to run a marathon. Well, good luck to you, girl. So we have Medina. Medina is giving off villain vibes. I don't know if it's just because of her eyebrows and her hair. It's really pretty, but she just seems like she's gonna be a problem. It says she's 31 and she's a mental health therapist from Charlotte, North Carolina. She likes to unwind with a face mask and a cup of tea. Okay, girl. And she's never been camping, so I feel like that's gonna be her date. If she gets that far, they're gonna make her go on a camping date, or one of the group dates is gonna be somewhere in the wild where she's not gonna do well because she said that. Okay, next we have Maria, and I'm adding her to my list. Honestly, I feel like Maria could be a good match with Joey, just look-wise. They look good together. It says she's 29 and she's an executive assistant from Ontario, Canada. She loves a good disposable camera photo shoot, and she dreams of eating sushi in Japan. So I feel like if they go to Japan, that's gonna be her time to have a date. She got a psychic reading that said that Joey could be her future husband. I feel like that little tip is gonna resurface back like throughout the season. Like if they get like a psychic or someone, that's gonna get brought up again. Okay, next we have Marlena, who is also really gorgeous. She's a finance writer, which I actually don't know what that is, but I'm gonna add her to my list. She's from West Palm Beach, Florida. She says she likes to read books by candlelight and nothing makes her happier than puppies. Okay, and she's a hopeful romantic, which I don't know what that is. I know hopeless romantic, but hopeful romantic I've never heard of. Okay, next we have Nat, and I don't know who took Nat's picture, but it didn't do her justice. It's kind of like she was still moving when they snapped it. Says she's 26. She's a nurse, a registered nurse, and a professor from Canada. We have about like 3 people from Canada. She suffers from FOMO. She likes to sleep in an ice cold bedroom. I agree with her. I hate waking up to heat and like being sweaty. It's the grossest thing. She says she really values beauty sleep. Okay. I'm not getting much off of Nat. I just think they took the wrong picture for her. We have Rachel, who's also from Hawaii. So I think we have 2 people from Hawaii and a lot of people from Canada. So she's 26 and she's an ICU nurse. She loves Hawaii Christmas and she's terrified of frogs, which is very interesting. Does Hawaii have a lot of frogs there? Not sure. Okay, Sam. Oh, Sam's a CPA, like me. I like that it says CPA because usually when someone's like an accountant, it doesn't say CPA, it just says accountant. So this is how you know she's actually certified. And she's from Nashville, Tennessee. She wants to have a destination wedding. She wants to go on a safari in Africa. And she wants, okay, so she likes to travel because she also wants to do a dine European style. Yeah, okay, so she likes to travel and she likes culture. I like her. I like Sam, but I'm not gonna add her to my list just because I feel like she also looks like a villain. We have Samantha. Of course, we have a professional cheerleader. She's 25 from Florida. She wants someone to take her on an airport tour one day. She likes, oh, she keeps peonies in her apartment at all times. That makes her happy. I love that because those are my favorite flowers as well. Next we have Sandra, who I feel like Sandra's gonna go far. She just has a very confident look, so I'm gonna add her to the list just because I see her going very far. She's 26 and she's a cybersecurity consultant from Nashville. She likes going on hot girl walks with her girlfriend, and she said she had thrived in the 80s, and she likes football and throws a mean spiral. Okay, seems like a girl next door type of vibe. That's what I'm getting from Sandra. And next we have Star. Okay, I like Star. I like the way she looks, and I feel like she seems very genuine. She looks very genuine, and she's a mental health counselor. Okay, so we have like 2 or 3 counselors on here, and is that because of charity or what? Okay, I'm adding Star to my list because I just think she's cute. She's 100% wife material. Oh, she's a Brazilian American. Ooh, so she's like a Giselle kinda. She does a great impression of Britney Spears. I hope that she doesn't do that for her entrance out of the limo. She's always late and she likes a spicy margarita. Okay, I feel like so far, I feel like Star and Maria are gonna go far. And so I'm gonna put a star next to her name. Put a star next to Star's name. We have 1 more page left, page 3. Okay, great, we only have 4 more people because I'm tired. Okay, so we have Sydney, who's 28. I used to be friends with a Sydney in college, and she looks like a Sydney. Okay, so she's a vintage store owner. I don't like her picture on here. It doesn't do her justice. It seems like, again, they caught her off guard. She's 28 though. She says her cats know how to play fetch and sit on command, and she was voted most spirited in high school. And she lived in Thailand, where she taught English. That's interesting. I'm going to Thailand this year. Sydney looks like a Sydney, and she looks like a teacher, and she looks like she would win most spirited. She gives off bubbly, and I feel like that's going to be an annoyance for the rest of the girls. I see her involved in a lot of drama. Talia, Talyah. I don't know, it's pretty. Her name's pretty and she's pretty. I'm going to add her to the list. She's really young, so I mean 5 years is not that big of a deal. I just feel like her biggest thing is going to be that people are not going to think she's ready for marriage. So she's an esthetician from Huntington Beach, California. It says she loves pancakes and the 1950s era, and she needs leggings to survive. She loves watching Gossip Girl, and she has a chihuahua. Ooh, I have a chihuahua. Her chihuahua's name is Little Mama, and that she says that they're a package deal. I like Tala. I don't think she's gonna go far. Actually, I feel like they're gonna keep her around for drama. For some reason, she just seems like, because she's younger, I feel like, yeah. Okay, we have a lot of young girls, actually. It's another 23-year-old. So Taylor is a recruiter, and that's very interesting because she's only 23, so like she's a recruiter at 23. So she's from Chicago, Illinois. Taylor looks like she's gonna be annoying. I just feel like she's gonna be in the drama. Okay, yeah, she's gonna be annoying because her bio says that she's witty, loyal, generous, and always up for a good time. But it does say she's ready for marriage at 23. She says it says that she's the Samantha of her friend group. She likes good food, that's her love language. And if Taylor could be anyone for a day, she would be Joey's fiance. Okay. I'm putting this out here right now. Taylor's gonna be annoying. Okay, and the last person we have is Zoe. Okay, I love Zoe's look. Okay, hold on, let me just add her to the list. Okay, so Zoe is an artist from Atlanta, Georgia, and she's 24. So she loves Architectural Digest, which I do too, girl. She's not afraid to hop on a motorcycle, and Zoe will notice if you're on the phone too much. I like her vibe. Oh, she's a Cuban American. Okay, so we have a lot of diversity, whether it's like Cuban American, Brazilian, Black, Asian. Okay, there's not a lot of white girls actually on this season. He kind of seems like he has a Sean Lowell season, which I'm very interested to see which of the past bachelors he calls on for like help. Like, you know, they always send someone. Yeah. Okay, I like Zoe's look and I add her to the list. Okay guys, so just to go over my list so we're all on the same page, I have Chandler, which I feel like Chandler is my top right now in terms of just like first glance. Then I have Jen, Jess, Kayla, Kelsey A, Kyra, Leah, Lexi, Maria, I feel like is top in terms of being final two. And then we have Marlena, Sandra, Star, which I feel like is second place for top final two. And then we have Talia and Zoe. So that's my list. And that pretty much concludes this video. I'm ready to go to bed, y'all. I'm tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if my voice and all of the background noises and distraction was a lot, but hopefully going forward I'll have a better, more perky, inviting energy to me. It's actually like, it's 3 a.m. so it's time for me to go to bed, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you comment down below your top picks if you're gonna be watching the season, your thoughts on all the Bachelor news, and don't forget to follow me on Insta and Twitter especially for my live tweeting. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.